Hello, how are you today? Do you want to dive into a book that might just surprise you, whether it becomes your next favorite or one you might skip? Let's find out what readers are saying about it.
Tanya, who has 27 likes, says, Finlay and Vero are at it again and I couldn't be happier. The madcap duo of Thelma and Louise meets. Lucy and Ethel once again find themselves in the middle of one tricky situation after another. This fifth installment is the perfect mix of suspense and humor. The narrator, Angela Daw, masterfully brings the story to life with laughs and intrigue sprinkled throughout. The cliffhanger conclusion leaves me anxiously waiting for the next book in this addictive series. Thank you, NetGalley and Macmillan Audio, for my audiobook. Sandra Hoover, who has 39 likes, says, Finlay Donovan and sidekick Nanny Vero return in Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave. The fifth book in the widely popular Finlay Donovan series by author Elle Cosimano. Fans of the series will love catching up with these characters again as they bumble their way through yet another murder mystery, digging themselves out of a hole not entirely of their own making. Prepare for all the chaos, mischief, banter and laughter as Finlay and Vero take readers on another wild ride through their crazy, mixed-up lives. Finlay Donovan is happily working on her next book and going through the daily routine of being a single mom when trouble arrives at her door in the form of neighborhood busybody, the dreaded Mrs. Haggerty. It's a known fact that the pair of neighbors are not friendly, having clashed previously. So imagine Finlay's shock when Mrs. Haggerty's grandson dumps her and her suitcases in Finlay's living room and announces she needs a place to stay because her house is a crime scene and has no heat. A body discovered buried in Mrs. Haggerty's backyard threatens to draw attention to things Finlay and Vero need to stay buried. If they want to keep their own skeletons under wraps, they need to get Mrs. Haggerty out of their house and hair as soon as possible. So once again, they slap their detective disguises on and start digging into the case in an attempt to uncover the identity of the killer. The stakes are raised when Finlay's ex-husband is arrested for murder, and late-night escapades by dear old Mrs. Haggerty make it clear she has a few dark secrets of her own, with shady pasts threatening to land them in hot water. Finlay and Vero navigate murky waters while trying to solve the case and stay out of jail themselves. At the same time, Finlay's relationship with a certain sexy police officer is yet again in jeopardy because of the secrets she can't share. It can't possibly get any more complicated, right? Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave is a perfect blend of mystery, slapstick-style comedy and romance all rolled into a delightfully entertaining rom-com mystery that's highly addictive, well-developed, larger-than-life main characters are likable and easy to identify with, while plot lines are a little over the top. Cosimano manages to make it work with lots of drama and humor interspersed with scenes designed to touch the heart, include the promise of a sizzling romance on the side, and readers are guaranteed to love this addition to the series where the action and laughs never stop. I can't help but compare it to the old I Love Lucy shows featuring Lucy and Ethel and all their shenanigans. This one is good old-fashioned fun. I highly recommend Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave to fans of mysteries and rom-coms. Many thanks to Minotaur Books for a complimentary arc of this title, which is scheduled for release March 4, 2025. This review first published in Mystery Suspense magazine and is also available on my blog Cross My Heart Reviews. Terry Robinson, who has 66 likes, says, Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave by Elle Cosimano is book 5 in the Finlay Donovan series. Finlay has never seen eye to eye with her elderly neighbor, Mrs. Haggerty, a busybody who keeps snooping around and peering across the street into Finlay's business. Now, the tables are turned, and she may need some help from Finlay. A dead body was found in Mrs. Haggerty's backyard. She has been cleared of any charges, but her house remains a crime scene. Since Finlay's house is directly across the street, Mrs. H makes herself at home, moving into Finlay's bedroom, where she has a clear view of her house. Then, Finlay hears the familiar name of a new suspect in the case, which triggers her immediate interest in the investigation. Finlay Donovan digs her own grave. Like all previous books, picks up where the last book left off. I was on the fence about continuing this series, as I felt it had lost its original appeal. I wanted more Finlay and Vero, less wackiness, and fewer unidimensional characters. This one delivers all that and a deeper dive into Finlay and Nick's developing relationship. Mrs. Haggerty is quite the character and one of the best parts of this story. Come to find out there's more to her than meets the eye. I hope we see more of her in the future. This was an immersion read. The audiobook is narrated by Angela Daw, whose voicing of Finlay and Vero is so familiar to me that I can read the ebook alone and still hear their voices in my head. I am not sure what that says about me, but I continue to be impressed by Ms. Daw's talent. Finlay Donovan digs her own grave ends in another cliffhanger, meaning another book is in the works. I am excited for Book 6 and more of Finlay and Vero's shenanigans. 4.5 Thank you to St. Martin's Press, Minotaur Books, Macmillan Audio, and Elle Cosimano for the DRC and ALC through NetGalley. This is my honest and voluntary review. Cat is catching up, who has 135 likes, says, "You know that feeling when life has been going rapid fire for a while and things finally start to calm down a little for you to catch your breath. That's what the newest book in the Finlay Donovan series feels like. Don't get me wrong, all the crazy is still there, it's just a little bit less, and that's not a bad thing. This time around, Finlay's busybody neighbor Mrs. Haggerty is under suspicion regarding a dead body found buried in her rose garden. However, the investigation soon shifts to someone else close to Finlay, her ex-husband Stephen. He may be a cheater, but Finlay knows he's not a murderer. Can she prove his innocence before the police throw the book at him? Here are some of my favorite things about this book. The audio was amazing as always. Angela Daw truly is every character in this story, and I can't imagine the series without her. The story is simpler this time around. I love all 4 prior books, but it was a nice change of pace to have a less convoluted story to follow. It felt like a needed breather. It was fun to see more of Finlay's kids, Delia and Zach, who sometimes get lost in all of Finlay and Vero's shenanigans. It's a welcome throwback to the series opener, and they both stole the show a few times. I am still lolling at the potty training scenes. Mrs. Haggerty, what a character! Peel the layers of that onion and you may be surprised what you find. Ironically, just like an actual onion. I loved her and was irritated by her simultaneously. It was nice to see some growth in Finlay and Nick's relationship arc. I really loved the thread about trust and seeing the choice Finlay made regarding it. Cam, the kid, is hilarious and well fed. A couple things that I didn't like as much. I didn't hate but didn't love the mystery. It was unbelievable on so many levels and the resolution felt too easy. Luckily the story around it made up for it. A little heavy on the women as victims theme, which isn't a favorite for me. Vero wasn't quite as present this time. I always love as much Finlay and Vero interaction as possible, but it seemed like Finlay and Nick took some of that previous focus. Maybe it was just me. All in all, another delightful and fun outing with Finlay, Vero and the crew. I think I may get my wish for more Vero in the next installment, as the epilogue shines the spotlight her way thanks to St. Martin's Press, Minotaur Books, NetGalley, and author Elle Cosimano for the digital arc and Macmillan Audio for the ALC. To honestly review, it's out on March 11th, 2025. Christina, who has 43 likes, says, I just knew that Cosimano's newest Finlay Donovan book was going to be a good one. Based on her previous ones, I assumed 5 would be just as hilarious, and it is in the best way. I laugh out loud at the craziness and shenanigans that Finlay and Vero get up to while trying to keep out of prison and just simply stay alive. I was taken aback by Mrs. Haggerty putting herself in the middle of Finlay's business, but pleasantly surprised at how it all worked out. What a character! Everyone has a secret, and it seems that they all suspect one another of having secrets but are not sure. And I mean everyone. It's hilarious. I love that the kids are along for the ride. The story wouldn't be the same without Tammy. Also liked seeing Finlay and Nick's relationship evolve. Now it seems like in the next book Vero is going to be in the hot seat. I am glad I found a series that keeps me looking forward to the next book. Many thanks to St. Martin's Press Minotaur Books for the ARC via NetGalley.